Yeah. So my name is John Heath, and I grew up in Maine. And I'm a childhood survivor of domestic violence, so that really shaped my journey in terms of this work. My sister also experienced domestic abuse in her first marriage. So all that experience, I think, really just kind of propelled me to try to help in this work. I know that as a kid, I didn't see much hope in terms of things changing, and I really wanted to sort of make a difference that way. Um, the other part that really shaped that journey for me was at about 70 years of age, my dad took accountability for his violence and has worked to repair the harm that he did ever since.
Hmm.
And so, like my daughter, who is 22, does not know the same grandfather that I knew because he has changed so much, and it really it sort of inspired me to realize, like, given the right conditions, people can change. So the majority of men that I have done intakes on for 16 years are childhood survivors of domestic violence. There's 8 years between me and my closest brother, so and the rest are quite a bit older. So it was almost like I was the only child, and because of that, I got to learn how to cook with my mom and spend time doing things with my mom because my dad would work a lot. And so I feel like that gave me an opportunity to really get to know her, to have her values really sort of like, sink into me. And she is like the most generous, kind, nonviolent, loving, committed person that I've ever met. So our communities, building coordinated community responses. So not just like creating a class for guys to go to, um, not just having advocacy services for survivors, but like changing the collective belief system of our communities. Right? These guys went to our public schools. They played on our Little League baseball teams. They went to our churches. Our community created the space for them to sort of collect these beliefs that help them to justify battering their partner. Every community has to sort of own that part of it and figure out, how can we do better? How can we change the way that we are viewing people in our community? How can we make it a place where humanity is valued, where we don't believe that there are people with less value? Because I feel like that's the only way that is going to substantially change anything, really. We can work with 10 guys at a time in a class, but there are people lining up right behind them if our communities don't change.